Hello and welcome to my channel, and this is part 2 for me setting up my drill storage system for my, well, today we're doing square resins. So yeah, if you saw part 1 you might recognize this setup because I've literally just filmed that, and then I realized that it was like an hour long, and I thought there's a lot of stuff here. I can't have a 2-hour video, I'll have to split into two. So basically these are the stickers that I'm using. These are stickers that this template is something I created myself. There will be a link below to these stickers on Ko-fi. So they are free. You can just download them. I don't know if you have to have an email address for Ko-fi. I do not know. I have an account there, so I can't remember what it was like for everybody else. But yeah, this is my full list of labels. If you want to do 5 labels across, I will leave links to the labels. I will leave links to this. Now this is a tea caddy style box, which I'm doing it this way. So I've got it has this crisscross system. I like this crisscross system because it helps hold up the bags. So even if some bags do slip under, it's very limited how these can slip about. So we've got them. I've got my bags, links to the bags. All right, let's go. Right, the whole point of me doing it was like because it was so long, and I need to get this one done in the next hour, because I'm not splitting it into 3 parts. That would be really bad. 797. But yeah, hello, how are you all? It feels weird because I was just asking this question. Oh, is that wonky? It is wonky. If I'm quick, I can pull these straight off again. Yeah, it feels weird that I'm asking how people are, because I only just asked that an hour ago. I'm like, I did this bit, and now I'm doing it again. But for you, I don't know how long it'll be between videos. It depends on how good I am for editing. Hopefully not longer than 1 week, but we shall see. Surely I can do it. Maximum 2 weeks. Maximum 2 weeks. But yeah, hopefully I'll just bite the bullet, be a good girl, and edit. It's not that I don't have time. If you're around for my whip and chats, you'll know that I am recently unemployed through choice. I decided to take a career break because I was not happy. So I think I'm going to move some of these forward because some of these are in the other box, and I've mixed up all these things. These are all my spare drills, and I just pulled them all out, not really thinking, because I never really think, and it mixed everything up. So yeah, right, get off sticker. There we go. What was I saying? Oh, I forgot already. And now it's worse because I was only just filming that other video. I can't remember what I said in there. It's like, did I say that in there? Am I repeating myself here, or am I repeating myself from an hour ago? I did say that I didn't plan anything. Story of my life. Oh yeah, career change. So I decided I was not happy. So I decided to take some months off, and I will not. I've saved up for it. I've been a responsible adult. I knew I was going to do it. 799. So I've planned for it, and I'm not going to be even going to look for work until the new year now. And if it doesn't work out, well, I just know I'm not going to be going back to the industry that I was in before, which was travel, and it was very stressy, and I did not like it in the end. It made me unhappy, a lot of anxiety. So, but I could, if I have to, fall back on my previous career, which was I used to be a typesetter in a magazine company. So I'm very familiar with like how to do layouts and stuff, hence like the labels. Not that this is particularly hard. Anybody could probably do that if they've got a mind to it. So I thought, you know what, I can wait, and then give me a few months, and then maybe if I'm not ready to decide what I'm going to do, because I'm not old enough to retire, unfortunately. I wish. It is on the horizon, but I'm just not quite that close. I'm in that nearly. If I could last a few years, I just last a few years, and then I can retire. But the option there is to freelance. I can do some freelance work because, you know, obviously I'm used to typesetting and proofreading and all that sort of thing. And even though AI probably does a lot of the writing and things these days, and setting out 40. No, oh, I was going to do that as 40. It's not. It's 818. Hope I haven't done that elsewhere. No, I would remember. Have I done any low ones? It'd have to be really low. No, I've not done. Right, I'm panicking. I always overthink things. 818, baby pink. Yes. Then I've got that to fall back on. Yeah, AI might be able to write articles and stuff for magazines or adverts or online articles, but AI is not perfect. So there are still plenty of people that even if they use AI tools, they'll still need them proofread by a real person, and that's where I can come in. So I figured I could just pick up a few. It won't be like a steady income because freelance rarely is, unless you've found built up something. But the option is there for me to like get some pocket money to keep me going until I do make up my mind. But the point I was saying was 819. I did have a point, believe it or not. Was that I have plenty of time to. I should have plenty of time to. Actually, what was my point? I was talking about how I had more time on my hands to do something, but I can't remember what the do something was. What was it? I'll put it up on screen if it was important. I was saying about how I had more time to do something, but what was the something? Doesn't matter. Oh, editing. I got there in the end. I've got no excuse really to not edit because I have the time. Even though that's the ironic thing. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll have time to think and just have some me time. And then it's just like, yeah, but maybe you should decorate this and sort out this chore and do this thing that you've put off for like 3 years. Right, that's not going to come out. So we're just going to get them on the table. Don't have a tray. That's a bit trash. They just get stuck in the lip. Right, and now let's do this because I was wrangling that. I hadn't stuck it down properly. Right, 819. Yeah, so I've got. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll have loads of spare time to do stuff for my channel and all this sort of stuff. And then somehow I'm still having to adult and do. It's like I thought it was going to have like a little kickback and just enjoy some time. I mean, I had these visions of like diamond painting all day, and it's like it's almost the opposite. I'm like, no, that's twice now I've put it on. This will peel off if I do it quick. All right, there we go. Yeah, so like these visions of like, yeah, I'll be able to do tons of stuff on my channel, and I'll be able to diamond paint and adult color, and it'll just be like just some me time. Real life says no. Real life just says all that stuff you put off when you was working and said you didn't have time for to do. Now's the time you do it. I'm like, all right, but it is getting better, and it took me a while as well to unwind from always checking my email and things like that. It just like it felt weird not having to answer to other people. I think is what it boils down to. Anyway, that went off on a ramble. That's straight. Went off a ramble about things that I did not intend to talk about, but that's what I'm like. I ramble. Wow, this is like, I know this is probably the first time. Right, so that's an ambulance. But so I live in London, and I live on a through route, so you probably heard the siren. Sometimes it doesn't. It only went off for a little bit because I live near a junction. So if there's an emergency service is going past, they're almost certain to start the siren just to make sure that people see him coming at the junction and don't try like cut them up. But that was the third one today. It went off twice in my earlier video that I filmed just before this. And like we get it. It's like I do get a lot of traffic during the daytime. Thankfully, the evening goes back to being residential. But during the daytime, this is a good through route because we do not have many traffic lights on our street. So the emergency services especially like to use this route to go through. So I get the police and the ambulance quite often, and they always know when I'm filming because that's when they're guaranteed to come through. Some days are worse than others. Usually it's just once. Like I say, that's the third. It was one police and two ambulances, all going in different directions. So it's not even for the same thing. If they was all going in the same way, I'd be worrying, thinking something's happened. Well, obviously something would happen, but you know, something big. The type of thing that happens that goes on the news, and I do not like when things happen that go on the news near where I live. Get in there. Okay, so that was 840, beige brown medium, and it is indeed beige brown. Right, 840. Get that in there. Put that over there. Okay, next one. So yeah, I asked, how are you all? What are you up to? 415, 415. I am in the process of where is it? Come to mama. 415. Okay, pearl grey. I'm in the process of, I did mention this in the last video, I'm in the process of planning my stash video for my diamond painting stash. I should actually do one for my colouring. Oh look, I don't know why suddenly I go for a phase. I'll put everyone on straight for like a while. I'll do 6 or 7, and then suddenly I can't do one. That's like the harder I try sometimes, the more I mess it up. Or maybe I'm just, yeah, just clumsy, careless. But yeah, so I'm doing my stash video. 415. I'm going to put that there. See where we go with that. 451. And so like, I've been putting it off, but I think I was saying in the last video how much I've been putting it off because the cupboard is Jenga. So, but I've decided now is the time. We're going to tackle it. And when I do it, it's going to be. Right, I need to not be such a perfectionist. Stop peeling off the label. It was fine. That was fine. Why did you peel it off? When I film it, I will be like, there are people that do stash videos, and then all they do is they pick up the box. Like, they go, oh, I've got this diamond painting, and then they lift up the end, and you can see the little picture, which is a little thumbnail. And you go, and they're like, yeah, I got this one from Diamond Art Club, and I've got this one from so and so, and then they just pick up the next box, and they're like, oh, I want to see what the show me the painting. If I want to just look at the little picture, I could look on their website. You know what I mean? Show me the. So I will be pulling out. I'm not throwing shade. You know, do what makes you happy. But for me, I actually want to see like the canvas, so I can see like the rendering. Because even the rendering on the website is just not. It's just not the same as what it looks like when you've got a nice big picture of it like in front of you on a canvas. So yeah, so that's another reason why I was putting it off, because I know that's a big job. Every time you take a canvas out, you need to put it back. And some of my canvases do have the drills stored with them. Some of them are separate, so it might not be too bad with the drills. But yeah, it's a lot of work, isn't it? But I feel like it was time to do it, because it's just before Thanksgiving, and I'm not planning to buy any more paintings until at least Thanksgiving. It's September at the moment. 453 shell grey light. Is that shell grey light? Oh yeah, I guess so. So yeah, I'll do it, and then I'm not going to buy until Black Friday, and even then is a maybe, because I am in I do feel I'm in quite a satisfactory place with my diamond paintings. The only ones I've not bought this year, because when I did my review of the year at the start of the year, I had some, goals, I guess, of what I wanted to do, and some of it was like finishing whips and all this sort of stuff. but some of it was like adding certain artists to my collection. And I've done some of them, but I still don't have a Spangler. I still do not have a Mandy Manzano, which I quite like, and I still do not have Hannah Lynn. So I think that at least just one of those, if I can get one of those at Black Friday, then that's a good spot to be in. So they'll be what I'll be looking at. Car, this is like that cheap sort of flimsy plastic. So it makes it even more staticky. Now I don't know where that went. Where did you go? Oh, it's not. It didn't even come out. It is stuck in the lip. Okay. So yeah, but apart from those specific artists, well, I say that if there was a Yume art that I liked, I would get that, and if there was a Disney one that I liked, I would get that as well. But apart from that, I'm not planning to buy any more diamond paintings. I'm in a happy spot until I've done some, and there's a good motivation then, isn't it? If I stop, I'm not going to go on a no buy. I don't like to deprive myself, but I don't have that same sort of mentality where I'm very rarely, in fact, I don't think I've ever been in that one of those, like on Saturday mornings and stuff. Well, Saturday, yeah, it would be Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon for me in the UK. But like when Diamond Art Club and also Dreamer Designs and stuff like that, they do their releases. I have never ever logged on to any diamond painting seller's website at time of release. Even Diamond Art Studio, they had some where they would release them at like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock their time. I'm like, well, it's not so bad with them because like Diamond Art Studio, they don't have that FOMO thing. Like if something sells out, they'll just get more. I'll have to wait for it, but I know for a fact that they will bring more. They don't do that limited edition thing, an archiving trick that some other places, not naming names, do. Diamond Art Club. And yeah, so but I've never done it. I've never wanted a painting that much where I've done the thing where it's like, right, put some stuff in your shopping basket ready so you can get the code in and then you can just hit button. It's just like, I've never wanted anything that much. Just, it does not exist. Like there's things I want and there's things I'd be sad if I didn't get them eventually, but that will not be the driver to make a purchase, especially if I don't have the money at the time. I'm not going to make myself bankrupt just to buy a diamond painting. 414. So yeah, there's things I want, but I know there are wants. There is nothing I need. So we'll see how it goes. I can pick up. It's all about the bargain, and I do like Black Friday because those are the best deals of the year. And I'm all about spending money to save money. So if the right paintings come along, the discounts will be there. I will take advantage of them. But I think next year probably I'll just, if I've got any goals left, like if I still don't have a Mandy Manzano or I still don't have a Hannah Lynn, they will be the ones that are on my list for next year. But I don't anticipate buying as many paintings next year as I did this year, because a lot of my purchases as well this year was driven by the tariffs. Still, we'll see. I say these things, but whether it happens or not is something else. But I've got so many paintings in my, even before I've not filmed my stash video, but I know when I look at this stash video, I'm going to be like, oh, I really like this painting, because I know I've got a lot of paintings in there that I absolutely wanted. Like, I don't buy many paintings just on a whim, so I wanted everything that I bought. And I know I'm going to be going, oh, I really want to do this one. Oh, I really want to do this one. And I won't be able to because I'm going to get that right. I've got several whips on the go already. And yeah, so let's get rid of some of these whips. No, look, they fell out and that did not come out. Is that the same one? Yes. So yeah, I think the goal for next year, like I say, there won't be a no buy, but I think next year is the year where I'll be like, right, let's just do some of these paintings. I need to make space. I only live in a flat, an apartment. There's only so much room I can have for a stash. I need to do them, and then we can make space by hanging them on the wall or something. Shell pink light, and then that'll give me room to buy new paintings, and then I can do them then. Also, I shouldn't really be buying that. I did allow, because like I say, I did save up for when I gave up my job. I did save up for it, and that did include budget for my hobbies. So, it's not that I have to go without, but maybe just be a bit more mindful. Make sure that I'm getting exactly the things I want, the things that I would be sad if it did go archived. Right, 518 Wedgwood blue, and it is indeed blue. Yeah. And the other thing I'm going to talk about, which I'm banging on about this all the time, I do apologise. If you are a regular viewer here, you're going to be sick of me saying this, but, I need to self-promote. I'm not very good at that. I'm British. We don't like doing the shoving things in your faces, but I need to get better at it, because I've started a Discord channel for my community, 518, and it's going to be a place, the goal. Oh look, there's something's found. Get in there. There's going to be a community for my diamond painting friends and my adult colouring friends. See, I called you friends. That's you. I'm talking about you lot. My viewers, my subscribers. And yeah, I want it to be a nice, safe place to talk about hobbies or talk about whatever you like. Talk about your pet pictures, because we like critters. I love it. I've been on other Discords, and whatever it's about, some of the most popular things that'll be on there will always be like the pictures of the pets, like the dog pictures, the cat's pictures, goldfish pictures, you name it. So yeah, it's a place for those and memes and just a support group. And talking of support groups, if you are a creator, you are more than welcome there. I've set up a little area now for creators where we can all talk and cry on each other's shoulders when the algorithm works against us and buries our videos. Me YouTube, me Instagram, if you're Facebook even, I don't care where you're from. If you're a content creator that makes videos, then you are welcome there. The only thing I will say is that if you're somebody who feels competitive about your fellow creators rather than supportive, then you're probably not going to last there very long. It's not there to drag people down. It's a place to make friends and build people up and provide support. And if you do make friends, there's one key. If you do make friends with another creator there, then who knows, that next stage, and before you know it, you could be doing a collaboration, and then everybody's happy, doing events. That's the plan. It's still quite a young Discord. Obviously, it takes a while to build up a community. They do not just instantly happen. So if you join, I would love to see you there and be a part of this community. But just obviously bear in mind, it's a baby. It's a baby community, and so it might be a bit quiet first off as people, find their feet. And if you're not familiar with Discord, it's kind of like it's a bit like Facebook groups, but it's more conversational. So like you have these channels where you can have conversations in, and so instead of them being like individual posts where people reply to, that it would just be like it's a more dynamic conversation. See, I can't remember how much I said about that. Was I talking about Discord earlier? Have I just repeated myself? Or was that in the video that I was filming just before this? I think it was in the video before this, but I couldn't swear to it. I didn't expect to be filming this in two halves, to be honest. But I always do that. I'm like, oh, I'm the person that's always late, apart from planes and things that do not wait for me, planes and trains and stuff like that. I know they're not going to wait. I always manage to be on time or even early for those. But everything else, I'm like, oh, that'll only take me 20 minutes to get there. And it'll take me 45 minutes. Do you know what I mean? I'm just people that drives, one of these people that drives everybody else mad because I'm always late. So yeah, I was like, oh, probably it won't take long. The bags are here. All I need to do is open the bag, put a sticker on, and ooh, which was that? Is that 605? 605. Please be a red. No, it was not 605 because I've done that. Okay, so I'm going to have to put that one side so I can see what I did on the video because I took the bag out which had the number on and I did not know what it is. It might have been 606, but I do not see the bag. There's a big pile of bags. Yeah, okay. I'll figure that out later. Idiot. Right, 612. I will look it up back on the when I'm editing. Look, drab brown light. Drab is such a sort of negative description, I think. But that's what they used. Lost my flow. See, that's what happens when I was so into whatever I was talking about, which I cannot remember, that I forgot to look at the number. And now I'm all thrown for a loop. But there's hardly any in there. Doesn't matter. 612. 612. Go on the back. Get rid of that. But yeah, I think that was it. I'm not very good at anticipating how long something will take me. If this takes another hour, it probably will. I'm trying to go faster this time. I mean, last time, with the first video, obviously at the beginning I was explaining how, did I say how this was like a tea caddy that I bought on Amazon as part of the set, and they cost the same as those cardboard photo boxes. So I'm like, yeah, it has got a lid. It clips in. It's like a hinge lid. But I took it off because I've got the light up here, my overhead light, because we're in September and sometimes the sun shines and sometimes the clouds are there and like the light is changing all the time. So I have my overhead light on to film with, and it's plastic, so there was a glare. I mean, you can see on here like how it glares. Hopefully a bit less annoying than it was on that. Oh, we have static. I think what I'll do off camera, obviously, I'm not going to put you through it. Might just get a little bit of tumble dry sheet and just drop in each bag. But yeah, at the start of the other video, I was just like, should I put a sticker on? Because, you know, obviously I don't have all the colours, all the DMC colours here. Should I just put a sticker on every bag and we'll have the empty bags in there ready and waiting? And like, it was just, I just had no concept of how long it would take me. Whereas I'll be lucky if I can do this bit in 2 hours. I think I probably will do, where is it? I swear I saw a drill there. Did I imagine it? I might have imagined it. Yeah, so I think I will put the stickers on the bag. But let's just, well, I'll put that in that one. Let's just do it off camera where that's like more, it's a bit of a mundane task. I know people like kit ups and things like this, and this is kind of like a kit up, isn't it? 613 drab brown, very light. But yeah, I don't think it's very exciting to literally just see someone sticking labels on a bag and putting them in there. So I'll spare you that bit. Hopefully we can get these drills all in bags though. I just wish I wasn't such a bad judge of time, because I did not anticipate it. But I thought I didn't want to put it all away, because then if I put it all away, one, it's harder to put it all out again. You kind of lose your flow, but it means it takes longer from like my point of view. And like I'm a big procrastinator, which if you've been around for a while, you'll know this. I spend a lot of time talking and thinking about doing things, but getting that final stage to actually do things sometimes takes a bit longer. So I was like, oh, if I put all this away, then who knows when our part 2 comes, and until then everything will be just floating in limbo. So I was like, yeah, let's just do it back to back filming, which I don't do very often because I'm not very organised. Right, I need more bags. And yeah, I'm so back to back filming is not something I usually do. And it means if you, hopefully you won't hear it. But who knows with this mic? It's very close to it. But if my tummy rumbles, because it is lunchtime. Well, it's 12:30. Coming up to lunchtime. And if I have a rumbly tummy, I've got a lapel mic on. I hope. I made a mistake the other day. It's the first time I've done it. I haven't had this lapel mic for long. So I'm not really I'm never going to be one of these sort of polished YouTubers, but I thought I'll get a lapel mic because, like, I don't know what was going on with the iPhone. Like, there was a software update, and suddenly, like, the sounds sounded all muffled or echoey. There was just like there was something not right about it, and I was like, oh, things like that. Did I just do that thing again? Oh my god! Was it this one? 676. 6. No, that was the last one I did. Oh, look, I did the thing again. Well, there's another bag that I'll sort out off camera. Why do you do this? Why do you do this to yourself? Right. All right. So 936. Get the label first. 936. 936. I'm an idiot. And this is why things take me longer as well. Making my own hard modes. 936 sticker first. Okay. I forgot what I was talking about. Doesn't matter. Wasn't important. Maybe if I, let's see, I'll say, maybe if I didn't talk so much, then I wouldn't forget what I was doing. But if I didn't, it'd be an ASMR video, wouldn't it? if I didn't talk at all, just have a little bit. No, a lot of people like ASMR videos. I don't know. It's not really my thing, but you know, if people wanted them, right? 936 is up here. 936. There we go. It's not on camera. I did not expect. We're going into later numbers. We are, so I might have to. Let's move these forward. Squeeze them in there. They're fat bottoms, and we can pull these forward because we're in the 900s. Oh, I don't know where that come from. Well, I can't remember what colour I just did. This is trash trail. There's a green. Right, it was probably 936, was it? 936. Was that green? It was. Right, let's do. Where did I put it? It's just here. There we go. Is that it? Yeah. Is it? No. That looks more green. Or is it? No, it is now. I see. I'm overthinking things. Just stick it in. And if it doesn't match, then it'll stand out when it's in the tray when I'm trying to use it. And I can pull it out again then, just as I would any other hitchhiker. I overthink it. Right, 951. 951. Yeah, back to back videoing. Not something I usually do. I probably should be better about it. Because, you know, it does take a bit of a while to set up the camera and set up the light and get all the stuff out. I'm not known for my efficiency though, so whatever. Get in there. There we go. Oh yeah, no, I was talking about, that was it. I would like see it. It comes back to me eventually. I was talking about the mic, wasn't I? So I had this mic on, my lapel mic, which, as I say, is not something I was like 975. That wasn't. It's not something that I have been using for long, so there wasn't a lot of habit. So what you do with this mic is you plug one part into the bottom, like where you plug your iPhone in to charge it, and then the other part is the mic that you put on your lapel. And I guess, I don't know what it is. I guess Bluetooth maybe, but so it's paired up, and yeah, you have to turn them on. So I plugged in the part to the phone, and I attached the lapel mic to my lapel, which I did not, because I do not have lapels. I wear a lot of t-shirts, so it's just so it's like one of these crocodile clip type things. So you clip it on. So I just clip it onto my t-shirt, and I did that, and then I was like 15 minutes into the video. I was like, do you know what? I don't remember turning on the mic. So I looked, and I indeed had not turned on the mic. Okay, these aren't coming out, so we're going to make them come out. Come on. And yeah, so like I say, it was 15 minutes in, and I couldn't restart it because it was a video for my colouring channel, and it was a swatching video for pencils. So I couldn't go back on it, because once you swatch, you swatched, because it was on a chart. I was like, oh well, maybe it'd be fine, because like it's only because the thing is plugged in the phone, but it's still got the mic on the phone, so maybe it's still recorded, even though the lapel mic wasn't on it. Like the phone itself would still record. No, so I've got to do a voiceover for that. I mean, it was fortunately being the beginning and not that far into it. 977. It's not that hard, because by the time I spent 5 minutes wibbling, just saying hello and what I'm doing. So at least I knew what I was talking about. And then obviously, as I picked up each colour pencil, I'll know what I was saying roughly. So I'm just going to do that as a voiceover, and then the rest comes in like as normal. But I was like, oh really? Why are you so forgetful? It's not that hard. And I don't think I've got bad memory, really. I'm flaky. I don't pay attention. I don't pay attention to myself. So yeah, I even bore myself. It's just like, oh, don't listen to that. She's just talking nonsense. And then I'm like, what did I say? And then I repeat the nonsense, because I don't even know that I've said it before. Right. 995. 995. 5. The only thing I'm worried about, actually, now I've thought about it, is I didn't take really a break between filming the parts. I stopped the camera, had a drink of water, started the camera, and hopefully my phone won't overheat, because it doesn't usually do 2-hour plus videos. We're already at nearly 40 minutes. Oh, look at that! Look at the static on that. Yeah, definitely tumble dryer sheets. I've never seen static stick to cardboard before. Probably doesn't help that because I've got the bag here with the label on. And yeah, so plastic on plastic. The static is caused by like friction. So obviously, when the bag, every time a drill like bounces around inside the plastic bag, it is causing static. 995. 995 goes there. All right. Next one, 3041. Why am I on this? Let's see, I mixed up all these bags. Right, 3041, which is antique violet medium. Yeah, I would just call that, yeah, I would not call it antique violet. Dusky purple. But that is why I'm not on the payroll for DMC to think up interesting names. I had to do that for these. On this sheet, I don't know if I said it on this video. I said it on the first. Where is it? Where's it gone? Yeah. So I did include on this sheet the DAC extra colours, like the 6000s, but I don't think they have official names. or if they do, I missed them. So I just made up stuff, and I'm like, right, well that's light blue, that's dark blue. Oh, I got creative there. I called it cornflower, but it's like, oh, grey blue, grey lavender, grey mid grey. Yeah, made them up, but I did try to be creative. I'm not known for being particularly creative, so like copying other people. If somebody gives me an idea, I can do it. But yeah, so it's not so much I can't be creative. I can't be. I'm not. It's not that I can't be, but I find it hard to be original creative. Like the the one that comes up with a fantastic original idea. Not that I can't do it. Oh, I'll put it in there. But I just, it's not, like somebody just thinks, you go, what do you think about this? And they'll go, yeah, you can do this and you can do that. And like, they'll list off a ream of really sort of clever ideas, like just like that. And I'll be sitting there going, yeah, just, give me half hour and I'll, wow, I did it again. It was this one, wasn't it? 413, I think. I never learn. Why do I never learn? 413. Yes, 413. Finally, I at least I figured that one out. 413. Let's do the sticker now. Oh my God. I never ever learn. Let's just call it part of my charm. I'll leave it at that. I am not even convincing myself. 413. 414, 413. Okay, we'll put it in there. I'll sort out this a bit tidier in a minute because that one's getting a bit full. Maybe I should put some in this. I'll just move some out. Move some there. I'll move some back here. And I'll get it a bit more evenly. Oh, they've fallen over. Do you know what? It's fine. We can do the tidying up later, off camera, and you do not have to suffer it. Right, 152. 152. Tawny dark. See, I would just call that like pink. Blush pink, maybe, or something like that. No, tawny dark. See, I would call tawny. I don't know if because I think of the owls, and those owls as kind of tan, but that is definitely pink. I don't know. Maybe that's just a different interpretation in. Oh, well, I was going to say maybe somewhere like the States, but DMC is French. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just a translation issue. 152. 52. Right. Next one. What are we doing? 402. Mahogany, very light. Mahogany, very light. Tangerine. Or peachy tangerine. Definitely a colour. Peachy tangerine. Right, get in there. You're making a meal of this as it is. Let's just not get ahead of ourselves with naming conventions. Come on, there's one there. Doesn't want to let go. There we go. 402. So yeah, let me know if you've seen these tea. Do you know what? I want, talking of original ideas. Like I saw the tea thing because I wanted to buy a tea thing for my own tea bags. How very British of me. But I feel like I might have seen it somewhere else. But I'd forgotten. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean when I say you. It's only when you look at something you think, oh, that's a good idea. That could work for this, and then you think, did I just have that idea because I've seen somebody else do it? You're not sure. Well, I'm not sure. And I wonder if I have seen other people use these tea bag things. I only liked it because it meant I didn't have to do like the foam board dividers and stuff like that. And also they're very rigid, so they're not going to move about. I thought about getting do you know, like them, what do you call them, like drawer dividers, like, and for your socks and things like that, and they kind of slot in the same similar way, except these slot into the sides of the box. So I saw it and I thought, do you know what, that would be perfect for drills. We'll give it a go. We'll test it, because as I was buying one, I could buy three. I was going to buy one. I ended up buying three because it was cheaper. But yeah, same price as the cardboard boxes. So I feel like they'll be good. My only question is, like, because they're plastic, and not the paper and the cardboard, they might pick up fingerprints. So I'm gonna have to be like, I'll be there. Like, I'll have to put a 367. I have to remember to put a little microfiber cloth there. Because whilst I personally do not mind the fingerprints, because I'm an animal, things like that always look worse on camera. In fact, it might already show on there, for all I know. And I've only took it out the packet this morning. It was all wrapped in bubble wrap. So any fingerprints are just like from now. Not just because I'm being grubby. But yeah, things like that always look worse on camera. Because, I don't know. Eyes, I don't know if it's because cameras are better than eyes in the details, or whether eyes just fill in the gaps. Because, you know, your brain, that's why you have all them sort of colour games where there's like a grid and there's all greys, and because it's next to different shades of white, it looks like the greys are all different colour, and then you're like, no, they're all the same colour grey, but your eye is fixed. Or the dress, this isn't the what is it blue or is it black dress, that thing, that's all just because your brain sort of interprets colours differently depending on what it's expecting to a degree, or what it's next to. 355 do the sticker. So I don't know if it's just like your eyes sort of filter out the marks, or whether it's just because cameras are the opposite and they're obviously not as good as eyes. They can only see X amount of colours, and so it does its own sort of contrast. It's probably a bit of both, isn't it? But yeah, that's the only thing I can see is maybe being a downside. I might do it. I've never done decoupage. Maybe I could do that. I'll get some decoupage. I've got the Mod Podge. I could in theory do it. I'm just, yeah, I don't know. Maybe just make a pretty little top to it, and then you won't see the fingerprints because it'll be papered. Right, 355. 355. But I'm not going to do something like that until after I've used this system for a while, I think, just to make sure I like it. I don't see any reasons why I shouldn't. It's not in its very basics. It is absolutely no different from the what do you call it, like the photo box. I'm not worried about these. Like, these are technically a bit higher, but the drills aren't in that bit. So when the lid comes down, it'll just press them down. But technically, this box is these bags are like, they look a bit about 6 or 7 millimeters bigger than the depth of the box. 353. But the drills are not going to be in the depth of the box. Also, when these bags fill up, I've got to bear in mind that a lot of these bags are like, there's not much in them. So when they get fatter, like, it stretches out. So they won't be so wide, and they also won't be so high because, like, you know what I mean. That is wonky. We do not have wonky. Okay, but we're nearly there. Look. I'm winning. I am winning at back-to-back filming. What are we doing? Oh, we're not an hour. So I reckon by the time I get to that, maybe an hour. All the kids are out in the playground at the moment. They're back to school, and so it's the new year, and the weather is still relatively nice. So the kids, they're over there. 353, 353. They're what we call primary school in the UK. I don't know what it is in other countries, but like I think they're like 7 to 11-year-olds, and so they are very excitable. 352. Right. So they're out in the school break because it's lunchtime, and I can hear them. I'll tell you, I wish I'd had these things when I was at school, because they have like climbing frames and all this sort of stuff in the playground. We literally just had the playground. Literally just had the playground, and you made your own entertainment. And there they've got like they can play with effort. We did have balls, but if we had the balls and stuff, we had to bring our own sort of thing, and then they'd always invariably get lost. I remember at primary school, it was just like a small one. It was just like a single-story building with a flat roof. Oh, so many balls would get lost up there, and then every now and again, like every maybe 6 months or so, the caretakers or the groundskeepers or whatever they were would go up on the roof and collect all the balls and throw them out. It was like Christmas because like nobody knew unless it had a name written on it. Nobody knew which, right, 340. Nobody knew whose ball belonged to who. So it was just like you could get another ball if you caught it. So it was like Christmas. It's just like, catch the ball, catch the ball. Even if it wasn't yours originally, it is now. But yeah, now over there they've got climbing frames and footballs and all sorts of stuff they're allowed to play with. I think obviously like they encourage them to do a bit more exercise, I suppose. And it's not that we didn't do exercise when we was little. It's just like you was just left to your own devices. There would be a teacher out there to make sure you didn't get up to mischief. Right, let's get rid of some of these bags. And yeah, but that was about it. They didn't guide any games. It was their break as well. Right, let's move some more of these back into that section. 334. Baby blue medium. Bam. Right. I'm surprised how many blues I've got in here, really. If you've seen my my other painting, there's a lot of blues in that. I mean, a lot of it's skies, and I'm doing the daytime sky at the moment, but there's the whole other part, which is where most of the 939 is, like nighttime sky. It's if you've not seen it, it's Dragon Race into the Night, which is like this massive painting. It's going to be like the size of a wall. Just like, I mean, it's, every now and again I'm reminded it doesn't feel like it because I've broken it down into sections. I've split it into 8 70 by 50 canvases, so I'm only ever working on the 70 by 50 at one time. So sometimes it doesn't, you don't really get the idea of it, and then every now and again when I'm at a distance and I can see like there's a dragon there coming like into, like, that's what I'm working on at the moment, and the dragon is coming in and we're doing the wings, and it started off there was a little baby dragon. I was just like, yeah, that's really those pixelated, and I was like a bit annoyed by it, but I was just like, it'll be fine because it's a big painting and they're probably not going to be noticed. But you know when you tell yourself something and you're not kind of convinced. And then I started working on the big dragon, which he's got a massive wing. And I saw that the other day because I have it hanging up because I don't roll it because it's a double-sided adhesive canvas. And it was hanging up and I just saw, like sometimes you don't see the bigger picture. And then suddenly I had that moment where you see the bigger picture. And that's when I realised how big it's really going to be on that wall. Like, it. Right, 318. Like your logical brain knows it, but like your reality doesn't really kick in. And then something the other day, yeah, I was just like, oh boy, what was I thinking? It's all right. I'm not due to finish that till 2078 at the moment, or 2075, something like that. So I'm probably going to be dead. It's not going to be a problem by the time then. But in the meantime, it's keeping me happy. We'll see. One day I might finish it. Maybe next year will be the year. Instead of buying new diamond paintings, perhaps I'll just focus on my conversion. 304. 304, red medium. There we go. Oh. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these cards. I bought these cards. I've still got loads spare as well. I put them in these because these bags were like baggier. Does that sound? These bags were baggier, really. These, it's like the flimsier plastic, so they couldn't stand up by themselves. So I was like, it's fine. I'll just put these sort of. They was pretty cheap, and so I just bought like this pack of business card things, blank business cards. And I thought that's good because they can slide inside the bag. Anyway, I didn't like it because one bag I did fill up a bit, and I had trouble closing it because the drills at the bottom was pushing the cardboard up. It wasn't sitting behind it, so you could get it to do it, but it was a wrangle. I'm like, I do not need this wrangle, which is why I bought these bags, which are like that thicker weight. I can't remember the weight. I've linked it below. I think it might be 4 micro whatnots. I don't know, but they're obviously like more substantial bags. So like I do this, and it's just like I hold it up, and it can stand up by itself. Why am I going to do that? It can't quite stand up. Oh, I don't know. It doesn't. Yeah, even with drills, like messing with the weight of it. So I was like, right, I don't need the cardboard now. Let's solve that problem. 304. Let's put that there. Was I going somewhere with that? 161. 161 petrol blue dark. Oh yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do because it was a pack of, I think it was a pack of 100 cards, and I don't know. I'm open to ideas because now I'm like, I've got these 100 cards. I do not know what to do with them. I do not know what I could use them for. Maybe I can make like a sort of. I've been talking about on my adult colouring channel because I do lots of those Disney colour by numbers, and you always need to do a swatch. Maybe I'll do that. Like I could put a hole punch in the corner, couldn't I? And if you've ever seen a Pantone colour chart, like the old fashioned, before it was all online, basically it was just like a string of cards, and there'd be a hole, and then you just fanned them out. Maybe I could do that. And then I'll put all my acrylic markers on there, swatch them, and yeah, and then I'll be like, oh, and I can hold it up against the thing. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do with all these cardboard things, and I hate waste. Right, 158, dark blue. Yeah, I hate waste. But I had to buy them because at the time that's why there's no stickers on these bags. I was just like, let's see if I like how this works. Instead of like making a system and then like 6 months later having to rebuy, well, I did have to rebuy the bags, I guess, but rebuy the bags, remake the labels and print them and all this sort of thing, and then transfer everything over. I just thought, let's just try this as it is without committing to the labels, so at least I don't have to reprint loads of labels again. 158. What's this? 519. 519. 519. 519. Come to me. 519. You're up here. 519. Sky blue. These were from my oh, that was so wonky. Oh my god. Stop it. There we go. These ones are when I've had I went through my cross stitch conversion the other day with you know, retopping up some of my drills, and either I finished this colour or I've realised that I don't know why I've got so many. That's a lot over. It feels like I made a mistake. But yeah, apparently, maybe what happened is I bought these all because I bought the original drills. I don't know, it must be 3 years now. No, 4 years. So it could well be that I've done some paintings and I just had enough spare drills, and it's topped it up. And now suddenly I don't need these ones. So they came out of it when I was doing my top up. Right, stick that label down properly. Get these ones out. The trouble with these bags is like they're nearly always staticky, and also they're very small. Look, I can't get my finger in. Get out. This is I get my drills from Evermoment, and I do like their resin drills. They're lovely, but they are really annoying that they always send these little bags unless you buy a massive amount. If you buy like 20 what is it, like 100 grams or something like that, then they will send in like bigger bags like this, or like bigger ones, but it'd be the miler bags. But when you're just buying like random amounts, they just use these little bags, and they drive me insane, absolutely insane, because of the static, because of that having to cut everything off all the time, and it feels wasteful because all this plastic. But you know, not everybody is on board with the plastics and the global warming and stuff like that, because they want to make money. And this, I already feel bad enough about my hobby, because like obviously this is all resin, is all plastic, but at least that's just like going on my wall. It's not. Look at these jumping around. At least I'm not throwing it away. I'm admiring my admiring my pictures and stuff like that. Or sometimes I just, yeah, I got a lot that's rolled up in their boxes, where one day I'm like, I'm going to put this on the wall. Yeah, sure you will. Of course you will. Eventually I will. At least I do have some. I've got one up on the wall. I've got one of those magnetic frames. So 519. So at least I do have one hanging up, and I did sort of switch that out, because the nice thing about the magnetic frames is it's easy to switch the paintings around. So I did swap that. Right, what am I doing? 157. 157. Blue light. I don't know why it's blue light and not light blue. I presume everything starts with blue. Right, 157. We're nearly there. Oh, we're nearly there. You watch me have a massive spillage now. Just throw them everywhere. Perish the salt. Right, stick the label down properly. Right, you need to make sure you get really in the corners, otherwise it's just going to pop up. It needs time to bond with the plastic underneath and get really sticky. Get out. Right, 157. Going that way. Oh, the road sweeper's back. He was doing one side earlier. He's been gone a while. I don't know if that was in the first video or the second one, or this one. This is the second one. 154. But I had a road sweeper go past earlier. He was sweeping up the leaves, I guess. And now he's just come back down the other side of the road. But it was ages ago. Oh, he had quite the route. Right, 154. Red, very dark. Very dark. Get in there. See, I would call that more maroon, but there you go. Stick the label down. Right, 154. I've got more crammed in this this right hand side, but I'll spread them out. When I put the rest of the labels on these bags that I do not have any drills for. Right, label. Talking of labels, label first. 150. Dusty Rose Ultra Very Dark. Yeah. So once I get all the bags with their labels on, that I don't have anything to put them in yet, but they'll be in the box. And for now, and then we'll see how it goes. I do need to. I don't know what to do next. Probably the rounds, but I don't know. I don't have many round resin. I do have a lot of round acrylic, so I might do that next. Either that or my special drills. I do have a lot of ABs, but I need to do the labels for those because I know there's not ABs in every single colour, so I may as well just do those. Besides, I'm a visual person. I look at this and I know it's a square drill, but I need something to tell me that is an AB drill, or else there's going to be mixtures. I cannot be trusted. Right, so we've got two here that I need to look at my, when I edit it, I can put the sticker on. And at the moment I've got it like this. So I think we'll go from this way because we'll go, I tend to go left to right on my things. So let's just get these in here. And we'll put these here. I will not go on the struggle bus with the lid, because putting the lid back on, because that will just reflect the light. Look, I've dropped one down. So they will drop down if you let them. So we kind of need to keep these. I think the key to this is to make sure they've still got plenty to fill the box, and then it'll be fine. I don't want any empty sections. Get in there. What did I do with that? Get in there. Maybe I do need the cardboard in it. No, I don't need cardboard. I'm just making work for myself. Right, let's just go with that, and then we'll just pretend that's what it's like. There we go. Look, it's nice. It's nice. They do not fall over yet, and they'll probably be better as things fill up. They'll get better. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and keeping me company while I've been doing my spare drill storage. Like I say, I will be doing more soon. Well, no, let's not say soon, because things are rarely soon with me. I will be doing more. I'm not sure when, but we've made a start, and now at least I can do kitting down videos for my square drill projects at least. Thank you for watching. I'd appreciate a thumbs up on the way out the door. Take care and see you all again soon. Bye for now. Bye.